Hi, Catherine here, and I want to talk to you today about something that I have been taking for close to a year now that has really changed my life. I mean, like miraculous stuff here, and I am absolutely 100% serious. I should have done this video a year ago, um, but I'm doing it now. So, this stuff is made, it's a capsule that you swallow, and it's a whole food amino acid adaptogen, basically. It's made from hen eggs that they're 9-day old fertilized hen eggs. And I guess originally this stuff was used back in the 30s. It was discovered back in the 30s, and it was used for I don't want to mention disease names because I don't want this company in any trouble with the FDA, because I take this stuff every day and I depend on it to keep me in pain level, to decrease my pain levels. So let's just all be really, really safe about saying what this stuff does. This is what it did for me. I'm not making claims it will cure you. This is what it did for me. I had been in bed for close to 7 years in excruciating nerve pain from a combination of a birth defect, a spinal cord birth defect, which caused a lot of spinal nerve damage. And then I had surgery on my spinal cord. I got out of a wheelchair. I went back to work as an RN. I was an RN for 20 years. And then I was riding my horse and I fell off. I landed right where they did my spinal cord surgery, and I broke the sacrum and the coccyx and did a bunch more nerve damage. Wound up back in a wheelchair. Took me years to find a surgeon. Horrible, horrible experience, although I've learned so much from it. So grateful for all the lessons, but time to move on from that. And this stuff, I was literally praying for something to help me because I was actually researching methadone. And during that whole time, I hadn't been on narcotics because I don't like pharmaceuticals. But it was getting to the point where I couldn't deal with the pain. Like before my surgery, I'll be honest, I was in suicidal pain before my surgery because I had direct pressure on 6 different nerves, and it was just unbearable. But after the surgery, I was able to cope, but I was really getting tired of not having a life anymore. I mean, I didn't go out to the movies. I didn't socialize at all. And I was not satisfied with that existence whatsoever. So I was actually researching methadone and just praying. When I read the side effects on methadone, oh my God, I was like, oh, I can't take that. So I was just praying, please bring me something. Well, several somethings wound up in my life, and I think that they were all God sent. I think they work together along with other things that I have done, other work that I have done energetically and nutritionally and through movement and yoga and different spiritual practices and things. So it takes a lot of things. You don't expect to just, this is not a magic spell. This is not a magic spell. This is a nutritional, whole food, amino acid supplement. And this is what's special about it. It has this stuff called fibroblast growth factor. And it's something that actually stimulates our own body's stem cells to get back to work. And obviously with spinal cord damage, I knew that stem cell therapy would help me, but it's not readily available. It's very expensive, and you have to travel out of the country to get it, and I was in too much pain to travel, so and I live on disability. That was not an option for me. So this stuff is like stem cells in a bottle for me. Now, I'm not making claims. I'm going to keep saying that. I am not making claims. But this stuff gets in your body and it activates your body's own healing mechanisms to repair itself. This is what it did for me. I was getting ready to go on on a trip that it was I didn't think I could do it. I was petrified, actually, because I just didn't think I could do it. But this stuff got to me the day before I was going to leave, and I said, I'm gonna take more than what they say. I started out on 6 a day. They recommend 4 a day. I started out on 6 a day, and within, like, I went to bed that night. I packed my car. I packed a bed in the back of my truck, actually, because I thought I was going to have to stop every hour or so and lay down. But it took me all day to pack the car. And when I went to bed that night, even though I took 6 of these that day, I went to bed that night and I was just literally in tears, in just excruciating pain. I was positive I was not going to sleep, because when you're in that kind of pain, you cannot sleep. And then I thought, how am I going to drive tomorrow if I can't even sleep tonight? And how am I going to go help these people? I had a couple of close friends that needed a treatment that I know how to do, and I was trying to get to them. They were in, severe health issues themselves, and I was just beside myself. But this is what happened. I slept that night, and when I woke up the next morning, my nerve pain was about 90% reduced. And, it's really hard to say levels of pain, but I'm just going to say, because I do, I hate to even verbalize it, but sometimes my body does still talk to me, and on a daily basis, but compared to where I was before, oh my God, I have my life back, you guys. It's that day, I was able to drive 12 hours that day. Now, up until that day, the day before, I could only drive 4 miles, and my pain levels would go up, like 2 levels. It's just the vibration of the car, and where my nerve damage is, the vibration of the car actually within 4 miles would just shoot my pain levels right through the roof. The day after I started this stuff, I was able to drive 12 hours, and that's not pulling over. Now, I was sitting on ice. I have pudendal nerve damage, so if you want to look that up. But I was sitting on ice. I actually, at that time, for that trip, I actually wore a brace to help hold me up because I had so much core weakness. It's called central fatigue. It's from spinal cord damage. I had to wear a brace to hold me up. So here I am. I have my brace holding me up. I'm sitting on ice, but by damn, I drove 12 hours that day. I made it to my mom's house, spent the night, spent the next day at their house with my mom and dad, and then the next day I drove 14 hours. People, let me share one more thing with you. In a few days, I'm going to be going on an Alaskan cruise. And this is a dream of 30 years in the making coming true for me. Something I've always wanted to go to Alaska. And if it were not for these nutritional things that I'm taking, Laminine, and I also take a liquid krill, which omega-3s are really important. If it were not for these nutritional things supporting my body, and especially this Laminine, to take this pudendal nerve pain from me, I wouldn't be making that trip. That dream would not be coming true. So I don't know if it'll help you. I pray that it helps you the way that it helped me. Get with whoever sent you to this video. If nobody sent you to this, if I sent you to it, or you just happened upon it, there's a website in the description of the video. Go to that website, look at the information. We do have wholesale pricing, so if you don't want to pay retail pricing, get with me and try this stuff. I have a close friend I put on it. Another amazing story. I'll have to do a completely different video, or maybe ask her to do a video for that. I've heard so many miracle stories. Please just try it. All right. Love you guys. Bye.